the long-standing mystery of Oak Island may finally be unraveling. At Smith's Cove, a stunning discovery was made: gold, more than anyone had anticipated. Rick and Marty Lagina were astounded to find traces of gold in the water, a revelation that reignited their passion for the search. But the excitement didn't stop there. Their team unearthed a handmade ladder descending into a dark, water-filled tunnel. The implications were staggering. Who could have come before them, and what secrets did they leave behind? This discovery hinted at a turning point, suggesting that what they were about to find could change everything. Finding gold in the water sparked a renewed sense of hope. The brothers widened their search area, entertaining the idea that more treasure might be buried even beneath the island's trees. As their anticipation grew, so did their belief that they were closer than ever to cracking the island's centuries-old enigma. However, their journey soon took a darker turn. While continuing their exploration, they came upon that old wooden ladder plunging deep into a submerged tunnel. Could it be a trace left by treasure hunters from the distant past? Or something even older? Oak Island has long been shrouded in eerie folklore. One local legend warns of a deadly curse. 7 must die before the treasure is found. With 6 lives already lost, the danger loomed large. Still, the team pressed on, determined not to be deterred by superstition. But the chilling question lingered: would someone else pay the ultimate price before the truth was finally uncovered? As the episode progressed, team member Paul was visibly thrilled by the direction of the investigation. Marty, leading as always, asked if everyone was ready to bring in the drilling rig. The crew answered with a resounding yes, eager to press forward. Their attention turned to a location pinpointed by 2 experts, Dr. Spooner and Dr. Michel, who had been analyzing water samples. The scientists directed them to a specific zone west of the garden shaft, naming it the Blob and suggesting that it might conceal the long-sought treasure. Refining their focus, they jokingly dubbed a smaller area within the blob as the Baby Blob. With maps in hand, the team theorized that a tunnel lying 95 feet underground could lead straight to the treasure. Eager and determined, they prepared to drill into this exact spot, hopeful it would unlock the mystery they'd pursued for years. Excitement swelled as the rig was positioned over borehole DN 11.5. Charles Barkhouse, Oak Island's historian, led the operation, while Marty turned his attention to the garden shaft, which had seen significant progress. The team had removed large amounts of earth and water, reinforcing the structure with wood, and were now more than halfway toward their target depth of 80 feet. Every foot gained brought them closer to revealing the secrets buried below. Marty's descent into the shaft led to an astonishing find: a perfectly preserved, hand-carved wooden ladder. He was stunned. This was undeniable proof that someone had ventured here before, likely centuries ago, possibly chasing the same treasure. The team speculated that whoever crafted the ladder might have also hidden the gold they now sought. Could this humble artifact hold the key to Oak Island's ancient puzzle? Meanwhile, drilling at DN 11.5 pressed forward, reaching depths between 78 and 88 feet. Then, a sudden grinding noise cut through the air. The drill operator halted operations to assess the situation and soon reported they had broken through into a void, an open space roughly 1.5 feet wide, located 90 feet below the surface. Terry, one of the geologists, anxiously awaited confirmation. Was it a tunnel? A chamber? Charles immediately contacted Rick and Marty. Rick, exhilarated by the news, rushed to the site to learn more. The operator explained how the drill had breached an obstruction and entered a mysterious empty space. The team was electrified. The void aligned perfectly with previous borehole findings, hinting at a greater structure underground. To investigate further, Marty ordered a core sample. Everyone waited anxiously as the material was retrieved. Inside, they found pieces of wood. Could it be from an ancient chest? Was it possibly a container that once held gold? Terry sent the wood off for testing, as the team clung to the hope that they were finally closing in on the truth. Soon after, they convened at the Oak Island Interpretive Center, where metal archaeologist Emma Culligan shared her analysis. The results were astonishing. The wood contained a notable amount of gold. This confirmation boosted morale and strengthened their belief that they were indeed on the right path. The team's motivation soared. They were more confident than ever that the mystery was within reach. Back at the garden shaft, drilling resumed with a plan to explore 12 more boreholes, in hopes of detecting human activity, old tunnels, hidden tools, or artifacts. Meanwhile, Rick and team member Peter Fornetti explored Lot 26 and stumbled upon a curious stone wall. It wasn't just any wall. It appeared to be part of a much larger mystery. Their investigation into the island's history led them back to surveyor Fred Nolan, who had dedicated decades to Oak Island and discovered the famed cross-shaped formation, Nolans Cross. His son, Tom Nolan, joined the team and shared his father's detailed notes. One such discovery included a strange old well filled with shattered pottery. What was its purpose? Could it be another clue? Tom also presented sketches from Fred's notebooks, including one of a mysterious stone arrangement dubbed the quadrilateral. It looked unnatural, as if deliberately constructed. The team pondered whether this, too, might be connected to the treasure. With every clue, the puzzle only grew deeper and more compelling. In 1861, something dramatic occurred at Oak Island. The legendary money pit, believed by many to hold treasure, suddenly collapsed. The wooden supports vanished without a trace. Some interpreted it as a sign that something enormous, possibly treasure, lay below. Others theorized that ancient religious warriors had once visited Oak Island, burying sacred riches from their long, arduous missions. For years, Rick and Marty Lagina have searched relentlessly, documenting their efforts in the curse of Oak Island. Despite endless hours of work and countless excavations, they have yet to find the grand treasure. However, they did detect small amounts of gold in the surrounding water, reigniting their belief that the treasure might be real, not just myth. Yet the island's legend is a dark one. According to local lore, 7 lives must be lost before the treasure is revealed. With 6 lives already claimed, the danger feels ever-present. Every step forward reminds the brothers of the risk. Could they be next? Despite the ominous warnings, the brothers have uncovered numerous artifacts suggesting a significant presence on the island long ago. Items like old tools, coins, and an unusual U-shaped structure have led them to believe in connections to secretive medieval groups, especially the Knights Templar. These Christian warrior monks from the Middle Ages were known for guarding holy sites and may have concealed their relics on Oak Island. Items as mythical as the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. One of their most intriguing finds was a lead cross, potentially linked to the Templars. Together with other items like antique coins and ancient tools, the mystery continued to grow. It was clear. The deeper they dug, the stranger and more extraordinary the story became. Oak Island has always been more than just a legend about hidden treasure. Many believe it may be safeguarding objects of immense historical and religious significance. The island might not simply be a hiding place for gold. It could be concealing something far greater, something capable of reshaping our understanding of history itself. Motivated by this possibility, the team continued their search, examining every inch of the island. They employed cutting-edge technology to scan deep underground and underwater, tirelessly hunting for clues. Each discovery, whether it was a glimmer of gold or an ancient artifact, reignited their determination to press on. Then, something extraordinary surfaced, traces of gold in the island's waters. Was this proof the treasure was near, or was the island once again playing tricks, drawing them further into its enigma? As each season passed, the team's resolve only strengthened. They identified a promising location they nicknamed the Baby Blob, a spot they believed could hold the treasure. With renewed focus, they planned to dig deeper than ever before. But caution was necessary. Legends of Oak Island warned of danger, and 6 lives had already been lost in pursuit of its secrets. Could this excavation finally reveal the treasure, or would it awaken the island's deadly curse? The journey to uncover Oak Island's secrets wasn't just about wealth. It was about unraveling the island's past. Every artifact found added another piece to a vast and complex puzzle. Even the smallest discoveries, like a carved stone or ancient projectile, helped shed light on who may have been on the island long ago and why they came. The search evolved into something larger than treasure hunting. It became a quest to understand history. What did these explorers leave behind? What were they hiding? And why did they choose Oak Island? As Rick and Marty Lagina prepared for what might be their most important dig yet, they reflected on the countless adventurers who had come before them. Many had tried and failed, but every new clue stirred both hope and anxiety. Could they finally solve the centuries-old mystery? Or would the truth remain buried for yet another generation? Each discovery pulled them deeper into the island's mysterious past, drawing them closer to answers long obscured by time. One of the most puzzling parts of the Oak Island story was the case of the lost tunnel. Earlier explorers had documented a tunnel. Then somehow, it vanished from all records and searches. No one could explain what happened or why it couldn't be found again. This enduring mystery continued to attract treasure hunters for over 200 years. Now, modern teams composed of scientists, geologists, and historians are working together with renewed purpose. Their attention focused on two promising sites, boreholes 8.5 and 13.5, where they detected a 10-foot void underground, a discovery that reignited their excitement. With renewed energy, the team drilled further and made a stunning find. A centuries-old cross buried deep beneath the surface. This artifact filled the group with hope. Could this be a signal that something significant lay just ahead? Some believed the cross, along with other clues, pointed to old wooden tunnels that might lead to a legendary part of the island known as the Garden Shaft. Rumors surrounded the shaft. Some said it might contain more than just soil. It could be the actual hiding place of the fabled treasure. Armed with this belief, the team proceeded cautiously. They knew the ground might contain delicate, undiscovered chambers. The deeper they dug, the more they hoped to reach the ancient tunnels whispered about for generations. But progress was slow and frustrating. Despite their best efforts, the wooden tunnels remained elusive. They began to question whether they were even searching in the right place. Could the infamous money pit, the supposed heart of the treasure, have shifted over the centuries? Search efforts have been ongoing for more than 225 years, and no one had uncovered the treasure. Just when it felt like hope was slipping away, something unexpected occurred. As they drilled, air bubbles started surfacing from the soil. This was a major breakthrough. Air pockets could mean underground cavities, maybe even the very tunnels they had been pursuing. Spirits lifted. Could they finally be on the brink of discovering the truth? To investigate further, they collected water samples from the areas near the air bubbles. Analyzing this water could offer insight into what lay below. To support their efforts, the team brought in experts from the Duma Mining Company, who specialized in safe and efficient excavation. As Duma began stabilizing the dig sites, they observed something curious. Water was rushing into the shafts from inland. This could indicate they were nearing the legendary flood tunnels designed to protect the treasure. With this possibility in mind, the team launched a bold new plan: reinforce the shafts with concrete. This would prevent flooding and make it safer to go deeper. Though the construction work could take months, they were willing to wait. What if the treasure was just a few feet below them? They had invested too much to walk away now. During the wait, anticipation grew. What would they discover once the site was ready? Duma reassured the team that once the shafts were stabilized, exploration could continue under the safest possible conditions. This was essential, as Oak Island was known for its instability. Cave-ins and collapses were real risks. Still, the idea that they might uncover ancient wooden tunnels, possibly filled with valuable relics or the treasure itself, had never felt more tangible. Speculation even arose that hidden wooden structures could still exist in those tunnels. If true, the treasure might be closer than anyone had ever imagined. Excitement spread among the crew, especially the Lagina brothers. They were more determined than ever to dig deeper into the garden shaft, possibly uncovering the original money pit. That location, central to Oak Island's legend, might finally yield its secrets. Could they finally prove that the stories of buried treasure were real? Yet the journey was about more than just gold. Every artifact told a story. Each item hinted at past civilizations, ancient visitors, and long-lost secrets. Some believed the Knights Templar, medieval warriors rumored to have hidden sacred relics. may have visited the island. If so, the treasure could include religious artifacts like the Holy Grail or even the Ark of the Covenant. Whatever the truth, the team was undeterred. They knew others had failed, but they believed in their mission. This wasn't just about wealth. It was about revealing the truth that had been buried for centuries. Whether it took more years or even decades, Rick and Marty Lagina were ready to keep digging until they uncovered Oak Island's final secret.